Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us for our 2:30 streaming show today. I'm Jamie French.
And I'm Robinson Miles. Of course, starting off our week, there is a lot happening around the Tri-States. So let's go ahead and just jump right in. We're going to start with our first headline out of Gibson County today. That's where Indiana State Police say a woman was taken to the hospital after she was hit by a semi. Troopers say it happened on southbound Highway 41 and 150 West earlier this afternoon in Princeton.
Yeah, they say a woman attempted to cross the highway walking east into the path of that semi. Troopers say the woman was taken to an Evansville hospital for serious injuries, and that investigation is ongoing right now.
Now, looking elsewhere, the Vanderburgh County Sheriff's Office announced a new partnership today allowing deputies to help more people when they're out on the job. Now, this is with the help of For Good Community. Deputies will now have access to a specialized supply store.
Yeah, each deputy is encouraged to take items from the store to help them serve those they encounter out on patrol. This could be things like giving household goods to someone who's experiencing homelessness or offering games and sports equipment to kids who are playing in the area. Everything in that store has been donated by the community.
Now, lastly, it is the last week for the Evansville Vanderburgh Public Library's Red Bank location. Crews will tear down the current building and put a new one in its place. Now, there are events happening throughout the week to celebrate.
Yeah, so now through Friday, you are invited to add a message to the farewell wall. Meanwhile, on Thursday this week, EVPL leaders will host a information session regarding the library's demolition. That's happening from 6 to 7:30 at the current Red Bank location. I know many in our newsroom are sad to see this go, specifically our producer. The farewell wall is cute, but that's really sad. A lot of people have some good memories there, and you're writing them down and putting them up for everyone to see. And that place held a lot of special memories for Evansville residents.
You know, and I totally get it.
Yeah.
But use of words celebrate there totally bummed me out.
I know.
It's like we're recognizing it. We're bummed. We'll get a new one.
Yeah.
But, you know, if it's the one you grew up with.
That one's
or
special.
the one you used to going to, it's a bit of a bummer. We get it. It's fine. Bit of a bummer. We'll get over it.
Yep, absolutely.
Perfect. Well, that's going to round things out for us right now. But, of course, there is a lot more happening around the Tri-State, so be sure to check back in with us for 14 News at 4, 5, and 6, or later tonight at 10.
All right, do not go anywhere. Meteorologist Arden Greger will be right back with your 14 First Alert forecast.
Stay informed on your local news and weather throughout the day by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows. At 8:30 a.m., get your First Alert forecast to plan the day ahead and catch up on the news that happened overnight with the 14 News Sunrise team. In the afternoon, get the latest headlines, forecasts, and a preview of the stories we're working on with the 14 First Alert streaming show at 2:30. And get an in-depth look at the 14 First Alert forecast so you're ready for the next big thing with the 14 First Alert weather show at 9 p.m. Watch the 14 First Alert streaming show that fits your schedule and works best for you. Streaming on your phone by downloading the 14 News app and the 14 First Alert weather app. On your smart TV by using the 14 News streaming app. And stream anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or on 14news.com. Stay connected and stay informed by watching the 14 First Alert streaming shows on your favorite streaming devices.
There we go. Hit the wrong button. Good afternoon. I'm 14 First Alert meteorologist Arden Gregory. This is a live look at the view from the 14 News Studio tower camera. You can kind of see the clouds. This is looking east from the west side of Evansville, so you can kind of see the clouds moving off in the distance there with bluer skies overhead. Moving forward, today it is becoming mostly sunny, so this afternoon and evening will be mostly sunny. Still chilly though. Now as we go through the rest of the week, tomorrow and Wednesday, we do warm up. We're talking about highs in the upper 40s, but then we quickly cool back down, and by this weekend, we'll be looking at the coldest temperatures we've had so far this season. Truly bitterly cold by Saturday and Sunday. We had a few very light, very brief snow showers roll through the tri-state this morning, and then those have gradually pushed their way off to the east. The snow was very early. Most of the day has been dry, and you can see the clouds have been kind of very slowly sliding to the southeast as well. So right now it is mostly sunny, basically from I-69 west. East of the interstate still has quite a few clouds out around Owensboro, stretching up through Spencer, Du Bois, down into Ohio counties there. As we go through the rest of the afternoon, those clouds will continue to slowly break up. We may not ever truly see clear blue skies across the whole region, but we will get at least a few peaks of sun across the tri-state through this afternoon. This evening, then, the clouds gradually start to move back in overnight. So by tomorrow, it is then going to be mostly cloudy again, but it doesn't stay that way. Tomorrow is going to be a real mix of sun and clouds. So the clouds roll in overnight tonight. Tomorrow starts out cloudy, but then those clouds move out during the first half of the day. I think the middle of the day, Tuesday, will be mostly sunny. Then the clouds roll back in again Tuesday evening, and late Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning, then we have a chance of rain. As a cold front comes in from the northwest, it'll kick up just a few scattered showers. I'm not totally convinced everyone will even see this rain. It's certainly not going to be some kind of total washout here, but just a few light scattered rain showers possible Wednesday morning. Then notice as these showers move out, cooler air starts to filter in from the north. The second half of the day on Wednesday looks like it'll probably be dry, but still mostly cloudy and colder with that shift in our wind direction. So even though Wednesday we are talking about highs in the upper 40s, I think that that high will probably happen before lunchtime on Wednesday, and those temperatures will actually gradually start to drop as we go through Wednesday afternoon. Then we've got another drop in our temperatures heading into the weekend. So let's talk temperatures for a minute. Right now, most of us are somewhere in the low to mid 30s. It's 34 in Fairfield, Mount Carmel, Evansville, and Owensboro right now. We may tack on just another degree or two as we get some sunshine here this afternoon, but really we're pretty close to our high for the day. We do have a very gentle breeze coming in from the north-northwest, around 4 to 8 miles an hour in most locations. Through the next few hours, we'll top out somewhere in those mid-30s, but notice the wind dies down. It becomes calm this evening and into the first part of the night as temperatures drop back out of the 30s and into the mid-20s. Then as we get into tomorrow morning, our wind starts to pick back up, this time coming from the south, pulling that warmer air into the tri-state. So our temperatures will bottom out in the mid-20s tonight, but we may already be seeing those temperatures climbing even before the sun rises tomorrow morning. Then as we go through the day on Tuesday, we will have that mix of sun and clouds that I mentioned, mostly cloudy in the morning, mostly sunny through the middle of the day, then clouding back up again in the evening. But tomorrow is going to be breezy, and that's important because that wind is going to be coming from the south-southwest, so it's going to be pulling warm southerly air up into the tri-state, and that's part of what's going to push our temperatures into those upper 40s Tuesday, then again on Wednesday, which is actually where we should be this time of year. We've been running much colder than average so far the past few weeks, but today is still cooler than normal. Tomorrow and Wednesday will actually feel like it's supposed to for early to mid-December. That does not last. I mentioned that cold front moving through Wednesday brings us a chance of a few showers, but it also drops our temperatures by about 10 degrees. We'll be looking at highs in the upper 30s then Thursday, Friday. Another system then moves through Friday and our temperatures drop again. And by this weekend, we're going to be looking at highs in the mid to upper 20s and lows dipping down into the mid-teens, both Saturday and Sunday. So very cold weather in store over the weekend. I mentioned that chance of a few showers again on Friday. We are tracking two different cool downs from two different systems. So the first one is on Wednesday. We've got that warm air flowing in from the southwest Tuesday and Wednesday. Then the cold front comes in, brings us a chance of some rain showers Wednesday morning. I do think this will be all rain. Temperatures will be well into the 40s at the time this is happening. Then that cold front pushes off to the southeast, colder air takes over from the northwest, and our temperatures begin to drop Wednesday evening. Now there may be some snow on the backside of this system, but I really think that snow will probably be to our northeast. So here locally, temperatures will start to drop, but will most likely be dry Wednesday night and throughout the day Thursday. Thursday's still going to be cloudy. I wouldn't rule out a few flurries, but it really looks like we'll probably be dry Wednesday afternoon through Thursday, just colder. Then on Friday, this next low pressure system moves in. This one, I think most of this is going to stay to our north, but there is the possibility that we'll be caught up on just the southern end of this system. And so the tri-state could get a mix of rain and possibly some snow showers too on Friday. We're going to be sort of right at the edge here where we could see a little bit of everything, maybe a little rain, maybe a little snow, maybe nothing at all. And then that whole thing moves out of here as we get into the weekend and we get another shot of that cold air from the north. So as the first system moves through Wednesday, we drop about 10 degrees going from the 40s Tuesday, Wednesday to the 30s Thursday, Friday. That second system moves through Friday and the temperatures drop again with highs in the upper 20s this weekend. Friday night into Saturday morning, then again Saturday night into Sunday morning, our low temperatures will probably dip into the mid-teens. And if there's any breeze at all, we could easily have wind chills down into the single digits. So very cold out there, especially in the early morning hours Saturday and again on Sunday. As we get into early next week, the temperatures do start to slowly rebound again, climbing back into the 30s. We may see another chance of a few showers Monday of next week, but notice all of these rain chances are pretty low. I don't see any sort of large weather system that's going to bring us any kind of real guaranteed chance of rain. Everything is looking very light, very scattered, sort of just barely clipping the tri-state. Not a guarantee with any of this. So while we may get a few rain or snow showers, certainly a possibility, the main impact from these systems seems to be the change in our wind direction and the changes in our temperatures that we will see as a result. All right, let's check in on the comments real quick. Missy asking about the temperatures this weekend. There you go, Missy from Owensboro. Cold, cold. The coldest temperatures we've had so far this season. You know, obviously, I'm not saying year because it's December. It was obviously colder back in January when we had that horrible ice storm and all that. But so far this season, the coldest day we've had was actually last week when we had a high of just 31. And the coldest lows we've had have been upper teens to low 20s, right around the 20-degree mark. So highs in the 20s and lows in the mid-teens. This will be the coldest air we have felt so far this fall and winter season. So don't be caught off guard by that. It will be very cold this weekend. And Chris, late but watching from Madisonville. That's all right, Chris. We appreciate you tuning in. All right, I'm not seeing any questions about this. I do want to give a quick mention to the extended outlook before we go. The extended outlook from Tuesday, December 16th through the rest of next week does show that that colder air does start to push more off to the northeast, and we'll see a return to more typical mid-December temperatures across the tri-state. As for the precipitation outlook, actually showing below average precipitation. So while we do have just these very hit or miss rain and snow chances Wednesday, Friday, and again Monday of next week, and our temperatures will be dropping as we go through this week. Notice by Monday they start to rebound again, and I think as we get into the following week, the last full week before Christmas week, I do think that we will probably see more typical December temperatures, so more highs in the 40s, and probably trending mainly dry, not seeing any sort of major rain or snow systems headed our way at this time. But obviously that's just kind of a general outlook, not a specific forecast for any given day. All right, I'm not seeing any other questions, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Jeff Lyons will have your forecast tonight at 4, 5, 6, and 10. And if you do have any questions, he'll be back on our streaming shows tonight at 9 for the 14 First Alert streaming show at 9 p.m. So if you do have questions, tune in and drop those questions in the comments tonight at 9 for Jeff Lyons, and he will answer those for you then. All right, everybody have a great rest of your day.